Hey, are you ready to the direction of the day for the world's most traded pair, the Euro USD? Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Thursday morning. It is the 15th of August 2024, and every Monday to Friday, I jump onto these live streams at exactly 8:30 a.m. my local time. Or if you're using the New York time, that is 1:30 a.m. to basically share what I believe the direction of the day is going to be on the Euro USD. Now, if you've been following me for all this time, you know that many of the times, at least 50% of the times, I get these directions right because I base this particular direction of the day on my strategy, which is a 50% win rate strategy with a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. So if you've been looking for a strategy to trade, or maybe you have a colleague that basically struggles with the direction of the day, this is one of those live streams that you could probably share with them. And also remember that if you happen to get some value from this particular live stream, please go ahead, give it a like, because this really goes a long way for the channel. So thank you so much for joining. Also remember to subscribe to the channel because we are trying to hit at least 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you to whoever actually joins me every morning, my local time, to spend some time with me as I share with you the direction of the day on the Euro USD. Now, are you someone who struggles, even before your setup forms? Are you that person that struggles that even before your setup fully forms, you've already entered the trade? You don't even wait for your setup to form, and then when it hasn't fully formed, you go ahead and enter a trade. And guess what? The market, most of the times, it ends up, going against you. So if you're that kind of person that enters your trades prematurely, you try to jump the gun and enter a trade, and then it ends up going against you, then you have a problem with impatience. There's something that you should be, working on, and that is you being patient. Trust your instincts, trust your strategy, let it fully form so that you're able to actually enter that particular trade. Do not rush things, guys. These markets are not going away. They are not going anywhere. They're here to stay. So don't rush it. Let the market come to you. Trust your strategy. And then as the strategy forms, then this is how you're going to be able to actually become profitable in these markets. So that's my word of advice to you today. And yes, many of the times we tend to fall to such, problems. You just find yourself entering before your setup forms, but this is totally avoidable. You can actually avoid this by just practicing some little patience. You just have to remain calm, stay patient, let the market come to you, and then once it has formed your setup, or once your age has showed, that is when you actually go ahead and take the trade. So basically, that's my word of advice to you. And then going back, I was telling you that my strategy, it is a 50% win rate strategy, and it gives me 1-to-4 risk to reward. And I've traded this particular strategy religiously for at least now over a year. So I've been trading this particular strategy each and every single day, basically trying to collect data about this strategy, and also, make some money with it. So I'm going to be showing you some of those results I was able to, or I've been able to actually accumulate over this time period of over a year, because I started trading this particular strategy. This was May last year, at the beginning of May last year. That's when I started trading this strategy. So when you see right here, these are my results. And when you look under the monthly comments here, you can clearly see that I've been having green months all the way through. So, guys, I'm telling you, if you've been looking for a strategy to trade, this is a very profitable strategy. This is a strategy that will make you profitable if you've been struggling to actually find profitability in these markets. So I'm going to be sharing everything about this strategy right here so that you even get to know what the direction of the day is going to be like on this 15th day of August 2024. So I'll be sharing everything. So I was telling you that you can clearly see that under my monthly comments, I've been green all the way through, guys. And then when you look at my percentage profits right here, you can see that it's nothing really crazy. So many gurus out there and influencers, they tell you, when you subscribe into my maybe mentorship or strategy, you're going to be making 50% in terms of profits every single month or 100%. Guys, that's not real trading. Those guys, many of them are scam artists. They're trying to take your money. They just want you to buy into their mentorships or programs. And then this is when, once they've taken your money, they will not deliver what they're promising, guys. So real trading, it is not about big gains, guys. You have to master yourself. There's so many things to consider when you are trading. It's not an easy way through. So do not fall for these guys. Just trust yourself, take it step by step. So you can see my monthly profits. The month of May last year, I had a 5%, then 6% in June. July, I had a 7%. August, I had a 1%. Then when it came to September, I had a 5%. October was a good month. I actually had a 23%. Then when we crossed over to this year, the month of January, I had an 18%. February, I had a 4%. March, I had a 7%. April has so far been my best year, my best month, and I had a 25%. May, I had a 12%. June, a 5%. And July, the month that we've just previously concluded, I had an 11%. So that's the type of strategy that I trade. And it is the type of strategy that I'm going to be sharing everything about right here on this live stream. So if you're struggling maybe with a strategy and you don't know exactly if that strategy will make you profitable or not, I'm giving you this one for free, guys, for free right here on the live stream. And I'm going to be sharing everything about it right here, right now. So basically, once for me, when it comes to my routine in the morning, there are basically certain things I do even before jumping onto the charts. And one of those is to basically check out what the fundamental side is saying for this particular day. And the website I like to check out, there are majorly two websites, but website number one that I check out is this right here. It is bloomberg.com. That's the website I like to check out. I use the free version. So on bloomberg.com, I basically come under markets, then currencies, then I select the particular currency I trade, which is the Euro USD right here. And then once I'm there, I'm able to check out the related news on these two currencies. So US CPI comes markets, RBNZ to ease at measured pace, ORR says. So they're basically saying US CPI calms markets. So you know that yesterday we had CPI, and I know if you're someone who trades news, very few, and I'm telling you guys, very few people made money yesterday because the market went down, then it went up. Like it basically took out everyone that was holding on their stuff. So basically this is what they are saying on the US dollar. Then junk bonds in Asia can build on rally, say JP Morgan. So that's nothing So, guys, here what I'm always looking out for is major news. If there's nothing major on these websites, I'm not concerned because personally, I'm a purely technical trader, but I like to check out these fundamentals to basically check out what they are saying about the markets. And what I check out is major news only. So, if it's nothing major, then I'm not concerned about those fundamentals. So, you can see bright oil future bolsters bonds of tiny South America nation. Okay, stocks, bonds, dollar waiver after US CPI data. Okay, so there's really nothing major here. They're basically these are stories about the CPI that dropped yesterday. So there's nothing really major here. So for me, I always look out for only major news. This could be maybe major political news or geopolitical news or any insurgents that could have happened in the world, or any catastrophes out there in the world. So these are the real drivers. So once I see these in the market, or once I see these in the news, then I'm going to react, or basically I'm going to, trade in line with this kind of news. So once I don't see this, then I'm not concerned, guys. So basically, this is it on Bloomberg.com. There's nothing really major here, if I'm to say that. So then once I'm done with Bloomberg.com, I switch over to this website, which is forexfactory.com. And now here, I actually only filtered out red folder news events, and also, any kind of bank holidays. So if there are any bank holidays, I'm able to know that that particular day actually has a bank holiday. So for example, today, the 15th August 2024, clearly you can see here that all day on the euro, we have a French bank holiday and an Italian bank holiday. So what does this mean? This basically means the euro is not going to move that much for this particular day because of those two bank holidays, guys. So then at 3:30 p.m. we shall be having some retail sales news event dropping. So mark out that. So this is 3:30 p.m. my local time, but if you're using the New York time, that is at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So basically, this is it with the fundamental side. And then once I'm done with these fundamentals, I actually switch over to the charts. Now, this is what my chart looks like for today. So when it comes to my strategy, it is a type of strategy that uses the previous day's candle. So that daily candle on the previous day, what I like to look out as price basically moves, price always leaves what so on that previous day I always look out for what I term as an area of interest. So when you look at this price action for yesterday, this is on the 1 hour time frame. When you look at this price action yesterday, there were some areas of interest that were left, and basically, this is what I always look out for. So, areas of interest, I define these as either this could be an order block, this could be a fair value gap, or this could be equal highs or equal lows. So, when you look at yesterday's price action, you can clearly see that there was a fair value gap left here. Maybe let me try and mark that out for you so that you see it very well. There's a fair value gap right here. There's a fair value gap. This is like the extreme top fair value gap that was left by price. There was I'm going to concern myself with this particular one right here. Reason being, it is the one when we look at the high of the day. This was the highest, so I would expect price, to come tap into that fair value gap. As I've told you, price usually taps back into these areas of interest, and then once it has tapped back into that area of interest, price moves in the other direction. So this is one of the areas of interest. So this is what I would expect. Price, uh, comes, taps into that area of interest, which is a fair value gap. Price continues to the downside or reverses to the downside. So that's one area of interest. Another area of interest looking at is actually this. You can see this order block right here that led to this breakup structure right here. So there is an order block right there. So what do I look out for? I'm looking at price actually taking out any of these stops resting below here. So I'll be keenly looking at price, as it gets to this level. So once price gets to this level, then I'll be looking at reacting off of what price will do once it gets areas I'll be looking at. So once price gets to this level, I'll be intently looking at price, following what price will do. So level number one, I expect either a reversal at around this level, that is 1.09887, or another reversal might happen, or the other reversal might happen at 1.10242. So those are two major areas I'll be looking at today to actually react off of. So if you are out there and you do not know what the direction for today is going to be like, this is how I'm looking at the market today based off of my 50% win rate strategy with a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So basically, this is what I'm looking at for today, the 15th of August 2024. Now, for me, once price gets to these levels, either this level or this level, once price gets here, remember this analysis has been that level, then what I like to do is to drop down to the 5-minute time frame, and this is where I actually make my entries. Now, for me to make an entry, what I like to look out for in the market is what I call an inversion fair value gap. So what an inversion fair value gap is basically price trying to cover what was formerly there as a fair value gap. So once price fully covers that fair value gap, then this is what I call an inversion fair value gap. So basically, this is what I look out for once price gets to these levels. So if it gets here, then that's what I'll do. Or I'll be looking to that reversal right there and then. So this is it basically. And when it comes to my stop loss, I use a 10 pip stop loss and I target 30 pips in the market. So this is basically how I trade, but I like to also squeeze these 30 pips to basically give me a 1 to 4 in the market. So this is generally how I trade, and I've been able to become profitable, or I was able to become profitable using this same exact strategy. So I believe that if you follow the same rules, same strategy, then I'm sure you can also become profitable. Now, for me, when it comes to entries, I like to only make my entries at least between my local time 9 a.m. up to about 3:30 or 3:29, actually 3:29, before 3:30 p.m. My local time. Or if you're using the New York time, that is between 2 a.m. up to about 8:29 a.m. New York time. So basically, these are rules I set for myself, and I'm able to be guided by these rules without breaking any of them. So this is how I trade, and these are the kinds of rules I set myself to basically govern me as I carry on this trading of this particular strategy. So, but guys, remember, as you trade, you have to risk manage. You have to manage your risk well. If you do not manage your risk well, definitely you will not turn profitable. do not try and over leverage. Don't get too excited thinking that particular trade is going to be a winner. So, some guys like to go all in. Guys, don't do that. When it comes to trading, it is a game of probabilities. It means there's always a random outcome. You can never be sure of exactly what's going to happen in this market. So, guys, only and only evaluate yourself after maybe 10 trades, after 20 trades, after a month, after a quarter, after half a year, after a year. This is how you evaluate yourself. So, these are some of the guiding principles that I do follow. And I believe that if you follow the same, definitely you'll be able to turn profitable in these markets. So this is my word of advice to you. And in case you do have any questions for me, please head over to the comment section and leave those questions right there. I'll be gladly answering you back. So thank you guys for watching me today. Thank you for always jumping onto these live streams with me Monday to Friday. Thank you so much. I really greatly appreciate. And if you found some value from this particular live stream, please go ahead, give it a like. I'll be very grateful for you doing that. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a very good day. Remember to risk well. Do not over risk on your trades. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great trading day.